Boy, you know what time it is.
Welcome to the Bromigos podcast.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
Yeah, you already know what it is, man. The Bromigos podcast. It's the first episode. We just getting started. They not ready for what's coming. They not ready for the stories. They not ready for what we about to bring to them over these next couple of months. I'm telling you, summer 2022.
Yeah.
It's a Bromigos summer. It's a hot boy summer.
Yeah,
I'm coming out with the short shorts. I want my thighs showing, you know? I'm with the tank top. Girls, bring your sundresses. It's summer 2022. Show some skin.
Yes.
Goddamn.
Lit.
Yo, welcome to the first episode
Word.
of the Bromigos podcast. You already know it's your boy, host of the No Cap podcast, Date Money. What's poppin'? I got my boys with me.
Panama Red, big up.
And it's your boy, Motorboating Matt, head advocate of the Big Titty Committee, and also the host and producer of the 69 Whiskey Podcast.
Good boy. Yes.
Yo, first time you told us about 69 Whiskey, I was like, that is the funniest fucking name I ever heard.
Yes.
But it kind of goes hand in hand. Like, if I'm going to drink some dark liquor, I'm fucking.
Yeah.
I'm fucking. Like, it's just whiskey. Give me the Henny. You know, give me the Canadian shit. Give me some
Henny
Crown
is such
Royal.
a disgusting. I don't understand how so many people just like Hennessy.
I don't think it's the fact that we like Henny. I think we like
that's
what
a nigga
Henny
drink,
can
ain't
do
it?
for. Oh, it's a nigga drink, most definitely. But it's like
You said it, not me.
It's true. Yeah. Shut your ass up, cracker. Anyway,
It's stupid. Whoa.
So see,
Ding, ding,
the thing
ding.
is that like I don't think people like Henny because it tastes good. Henny is fucking disgusting. It is one of the nastiest liquors I've ever had.
Yes.
But it's what it can do. It's what it could provide for the body, the
Anything's
soul,
possible,
the
bro.
mind. Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Anything.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel as though, at least in the black community, Henny is almost a rite of passage when you start drinking.
Yeah, I mean, if you drink, yeah, most
That
definitely.
might be the whitest thing
most
I've ever
definitely.
said, but
I'm not
correct me
sure
if I'm
because I started off drinking MD 2020. You know what I'm saying? Mad Dog. And then graduated to like Heineken. And then the first time I had Hennessy, I was in high school. We had a little garage party and I drank Hennessy and water. Long story short, I ended up on the pool table and a bag, like a garbage bag, was on the ground because I passed out and threw up everywhere.
Yeah, that's a dirty combination.
I wasn't
That's
a drinker.
dirty.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely wasn't a drinker. Definitely was not. Listen, we're going to talk about this, man. Panama. I just came back from vacation. The
How
weather
was
here.
that, man? So before we even get into that, let's talk a little bit about ourselves, why we're here, why we all know each other, how the fuck this came to be.
Yeah.
We all are proud, quote-unquote, graduates of the
Quote-unquote.
Connecticut School of Broadcasting,
Yep.
where we all met. We all got along really good.
Word.
We all liked our work ethic.
Big facts.
I immediately latched on to you guys because I like your energy and I like your banter.
Yeah.
You
we all
latched
decided-
on to us.
Like
What did you mean by that?
Like a tick, bro.
What did you mean by that? You
Like a
latched on to
tick.
I don't
You
know.
know
What
what
I
I'm
mean
saying?
by that is I get along best with other creative people.
Yeah.
And I get along best with people who have very boisterous personalities because
Oops.
it helps me as a person like open up a little bit because I think at first glance some people may think of me as like, in this case, I'm the token white boy. I'm the reserved guy. I'm kind of the I don't talk unless I need to speak sort of thing. And I
Yeah.
don't mean that to sound arrogant, not in any case, but just I have anxiety with shit like that sometimes.
Okay.
So
Feel
like
you.
getting along with you guys over the course of our classes together, I'm just like, man, these guys are bringing something out of me. And then Mike, I think you had the idea to start a podcast once everything was over. Mm-hmm. And me and Dante already had skin in the podcast game.
Yeah.
You know, no cap in 69 whiskey. So I'm just like, shit, I know what the fuck I'm doing at this point.
Yeah.
Dante's been knowing what he's doing.
Yeah.
Why the fuck not? So welcome to, this is us popping your podcast virginity here.
It's popped. Yeah, I'm new to all this, but it's okay because I like to talk and I have a lot to say. I'm a very opinionated individual, Army veteran, savage, philanthropist. I provide seeds for anyone who wants it. Y'all hear it, ladies. If you want it, I got it. That's what we're doing.
What?
He is just putting it out there.
I'm just putting it out there. Meat for days. Meat for days. I'm being vulgar about it, straight up.
Wow.
If you want it, I got it.
This is why women objectify us.
That's okay.
I don't like being objectified.
Objectify me, baby. I don't care. I wear something revealing for you, too.
Wow.
Put on some of that slow jams, that early 2000s slow jams. Some of that Usher, nice and slow. You know what I'm saying? Or...
You the type of nigga that you the type of nigga that be fucking the Barry White, don't you? Don't you?
Bro,
You fucking that classic.
I could see Mike fucking the Barry White.
Nah, what are you talking about? Ain't gonna love your love, but fuck out of here. Nah, we might put on some, some Tyrese, like Sweet Lady. You know what I'm saying? The early 2000s R&B slow jams, or we'll put Travis Porter on and run up in that pussy like a crash dummy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm guessing R. Kelly is no longer in your.
Listen, I don't care what no one has to say. I would still rock with R. Kelly.
I'm fucking R. Kelly.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck.
Yes.
I'm fucking. Listen, let's be honest here, right? Let's be honest here, okay? We don't support R. Kelly as a person.
No.
I just support his music.
Word.
Like, his personal life has nothing to do with the music that he's made.
He puts out fire music.
Now true.
Yeah.
He was telling us the whole time. Like, if you listen to his music, you know what I look at Aaliyah's first album. Age ain't nothing but a number. And do you see this nigga posted up on the wall in the background, glasses down, like, damn, look at that 14-year-old ass.
Yep.
You're weird, nigga.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with you, my nigga.
You know what, though? To a different point, though, I don't really blame him. I mean, yes, he's guilty as fuck. However, all the people around him that enabled that shit. Like, bro, you going to tell me all these years, for 30-some-odd years, no one said anything to this motherfucker? You gonna tell me you ain't seen all the little girls running around and y'all ain't said nothing?
Nigga, hang out in front of daycares and you don't say shit about that?
I got a feeling that this was kind of like a Harvey Weinstein situation where if you fucking talked, your ass was gone.
Well,
like he probably had so much skin in the game where he could
You
eliminate.
know what? I don't give a fuck. I would have been gone. I would have been gone because I'm. You know what? I got children. I have nieces and nephews. I'm snitching. I'm getting this motherfucker out of there. Fuck that. You're out of there.
Nah, facts.
Yeah.
I mean, like, R. Kelly had pull, but he had that Michael Jackson pull. Like, think about it. Michael Jackson might or might not have been putting his finger in little kids' assholes. I don't know about that.
What we're not going to do.
He could have been. I don't believe he.
We're
was
not
going to
give into allegations of Michael Jackson,
the
the king of pop. R.I.P.
Michael Jackson did not do that.
Like
I don't believe that.
We're not going to disrespect Mike.
But you know what I understand?
Listen,
this is for the niggas. Wait, this is for the niggas right here. All right, this is for the niggas. All right. It took for the media to tell you that this nasty, trifling, dirty ass nigga had women in his basement pissing and shitting in buckets for you to be like, oh my God, I don't support R. Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
But 20 years ago, he was pissing on 14-year-old little girls on camera.
Facts.
And y'all was like, he didn't do that. He didn't do that.
Yeah, because listen, man. When someone demonizes you, now especially if it's a black person, you know the black community for the most part, unless he's like blatantly guilty.
We be defending the dumbest motherfuckers.
But we have to.
Now, hold on a second. Now, speaking of the black community defending dumb motherfuckers, are they still?
Watch yourself, Matt.
No.
Speak freely. You get a pass.
What I'm saying is that do they still support Cosby even after all the shit he did?
Listen, listen, man. You know what? My personal belief, I don't know if what was said, what was actually done, if it wasn't done, I don't know. What I know is when you become a public figure, you become a target, right? That's just the way it is. I find it funny that all these years I always find it funny. Years of all this shit happening and no one said anything. No one. Now I understand the whole when you become a victim of sexual abuse and you're afraid to talk, but that's one person. You're going to say out of let's just throw a number
like
out
30
there.
plus women.
So out of 30 plus women, you're going to tell me none of them said anything? No one to anyone.
It's weird.
Ever.
I was watching. There's a documentary out about it, and it's actually the first ever documentary I've ever seen.
Yeah.
About a famous person that they talk about their entire life, like deep into their shit, not just the good shit and the bad shit. So obviously they talk about his rise to fame. Listen, I will say this about Bill Cosby, and this the best thing I can say about him. Without Bill Cosby, we do not have 70%. of the black actors and actresses we do now.
Yeah.
Like, that dude broke down some crazy barriers. And
Yeah.
I'll give him that. But the stories that I did hear in that documentary from these women, I'm not going to talk like the vulgarity of it or even the deep details. It's just that when it first came out, it was almost like he was doing this just during the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
He had started doing this when he really reached his fame in the 60s. Like, he was in I Spy. Apparently, he used to hang around the Playboy Club a lot in the 60s.
Yeah.
A lot of things went down there. But he wasn't the only one. It was a lot of people back then that were getting away with this stuff. And the thing is, his friends knew. People knew. But they just don't say anything.
So my thing is, why now then? See, first off,
Exactly.
before I say anything, right, I want people to understand that I feel for victims of sexual abuse.
I do too.
Right?
I
don't
know
want
people
it.
that have
Yes.
I don't want it to come off at all as though I don't care
Right.
or like it's a bunch of bullshit what they're saying. My whole thing is the man is old as dirt now. Why now?
Yeah, what's that gonna do?
Why does this have to be a thing now? Why didn't we get him while he was doing all of this? You didn't speak to someone? I mean, I know corruption is real. Cover-ups are real. These are all real things. But no one said anything ever until this man became crusty with his wrinkly-ass dick. Come on, bro. That's crazy to me. That's wild to me. You said nothing. I don't know. If it's true or not, we don't know. The only person... Man, that's between them and God. Let's keep it a buck.
But see, to keep it a buck
That's
between
them and God. You
See,
know what I'm saying?
That is?
It is what it is, though.
That's that cancel culture bullshit.
Yeah, man. But hey, listen, bro. We're gonna talk about this. I recommend that everyone, y'all, the listeners, take your ass to Panama, please. Do yourself a favor, especially if you're a single man or woman. Take your ass to Panama. It was lovely, lovely, lovely. I was supposed to stay there 3 weeks. Something happened. I came back 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was about to say you came back earlier.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought you were supposed to come back for another
27th, the
week.
29th.
The 28th, I was supposed to come back in. A bunch of shit happened. Flights were, they're getting funny with the money and all that shit. I was like, you know what? Let me just take this flight home early because a lot of shit was going on in Panama too, within the own country and the government. But all that shit aside, God,
How was the bunda?
oh my God,
How was
the
the bunda?
abundance of women everywhere, bro, everywhere. Initially, it was kind of slow, and I'm like, damn, where are all the fine bitches at? That answer got questioned within 24 hours, bro. And then I went out to this like rooftop bar. Sheesh. You were talking women from Venezuela,
Be very careful with your next words, Mike.
from
and you know what I mean.
Colombia, from Canada, from Mexico. Oh
yeah.
my God, bro. It was just unreal. Everywhere.
Thank you,
Everywhere.
Jesus.
Booty showing, skin
I
showing.
just want to thank.
You know-
I just want to thank God for making beautiful women. Beautiful European
if I
women.
believed in God, I would thank him more. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because Jesus, he created in his image. God must be a woman. God got to be a woman.
So you know something, and you kept sending us in our group chat while you were gone, like little tidbits here and there of like
Yeah.
the bars, the beaches, shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I'm saying to myself, I'm like, God damn, Mike, I really wish you would have fucking taken us.
Yeah, well.
if this podcast ever takes off and we make a fuck ton of money doing like this kind of stuff, which would be great, but things happen.
Yeah.
I would love to do a Bromigos
We could
in Panama.
Fuck it, we can go do it anyway. We can make that a special. Make that
I
a
am
thing.
poor.
Well, save
I
up.
am
It's not that much. It costs like $350 for a round trip ticket.
And then you got to consider food. You got to
It's not,
consider
bro. Listen,
Food
hotels.
in other countries is not expensive.
bro,
as
it is
here.
not expensive. You can go out and buy a fucking steak dinner for like $12. Not even.
Is that what you did?
Yes, that's what I was out there balling on. Like motherfuckers thought I was rich. They thought I was rich.
Yeah, I'm in the
And you
club,
said, nah, I'm just
No,
American.
I said I'm balling on a budget. You know what I'm saying? Keeping to the buck. I'm balling on the budget. You know what I mean? But damn, man, it is definitely something. There's so much to see, so much to do. Panama has become very, very tourist friendly. Even the big party area, which is called Casco Viejo. Not gonna lie, it's right next to the hood. Like it's right next to the hood, right?
That means the food is good. That means the food is good.
However, there's such a police presence there now that because so many tourists go there and party damn near every night, like any night of the week you can go party. It's fucking amazing.
Do you think that Panama ranks better than, say, some of the typical touristy areas in the Caribbean or South America?
So I think the problem
I'm talking Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic,
Jamaica, all these things. The problem with it is that Panama isn't as well known as all these other countries because, first of all, like for example, in the Latin community, there's a huge Puerto Rican Dominican presence over here, right? So Panama doesn't get the recognition because many of us Panamanians are happy with our country. Granted, we wish we were making more money and shit like that, but we're happy. Being in Panama is happy. We're one of the richest nations in Latin America simply with the canal alone. So I think if we were able to get more noise out there, more, put our name out there, show what we have to offer as far as tourism, because that's up and down all over the country. We have mountains. We have flat areas like desert. We have jungle. We have beaches upon beaches upon beaches. And so many women. That's why nowadays you find so many different people moving to Panama, retiring in Panama, because it's amazing. It's lit.
And I think it's good to know that because this is a good opportunity for as a show you can advocate for shit like that because up until a certain point in your life you were living in Panama.
Yeah.
You grew up in there. You know everything about it. That's why you went back to go on a little vacation after we graduated the first phase of the class.
Yep, definitely, man. Definitely. I definitely recommend that everyone, especially as a single person. It's just not fair, bro. It's unreal. It's unreal. Just beautiful women everywhere. And it doesn't cost as much. We have beaches equally as beautiful to the Maldives, for example, but everybody wants to go there. Dubai, we got the same shit for a fraction of the cost. You know what I'm saying?
Dubai's expensive as fuck. Yeah, it looks expensive.
There's no reason. To be real with you, people go to Dubai just to say, I went to Dubai. That's really it.
Yeah, because, honestly, people going to Dubai, listen, you see the supercars and everything. Yeah. You can't drive them.
Yeah.
They ain't even yours.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to Dubai just to be just go on the gram other people's shit. And flex and be like, hey, I went to Dubai, motherfucker. No, bro.
Look at me. I'm up in the desert.
Yeah, the next thing you know, you got to go home and work 3 jobs and sell your vagina or dick because... you went and spent back. Yeah, that's absurd to me.
I went to the casino in Dubai. We have a casino in Jersey. We got casinos in Vegas.
People do the most ridiculous things for clout, and it's fucking absurd. I would never.
Just they can post on Insta, be like, "Yo,
I'm in the desert. I'm holding the fucking cheetah." Wow, until that cheetah bites your fucking dick off, you idiot.
Do you think social media is basically the main cause of this? Kind
social
of problem?
Media is a fucking devil, bro.
I don't want to get into that shit. I don't want to get into it because I'm gonna start shitting on white women, and they're gonna get mad at me.
No, it's not even just shitting on white women, bro. It's shitting on people in general, women, men, regardless of race, creed, whatever the fuck you believe in, right? They're just on the gram doing things, and don't get me wrong, right? I love looking at them. You know what I'm saying? I love looking at women. Women are like art to me. I love that shit. I love everything about a woman. However, women who constantly show off themselves and get the kind of attention they don't want, then complain. Good men don't want that. I'll tell you right now. Good men don't want the Instagram model who's out there showing off her skin. Granted, baby, do you. I'm not saying that you need to be objectified, and because you're doing what you're doing, you shouldn't have to receive that negative attention, but let's keep it a buck.
People are gonna be people.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody want to post on Instagram. You're gonna post the ass on Instagram, right? And then you look at the comment section. You always got your horny ass niggas.
Yeah.
Damn, mommy. Oh, wish I had that. Yeah, I'm trying to fuck. All right, cool. Then you got your weird ass niggas that are like, oh, let me suck your toes. All right, whatever. And then you got your homegirls on you being like, oh my god, adorable.
Yes,
cute. She's beautiful. Yas queen. Oh my god,
I feel like that's
giving.
What they look for.
It's giving.
That's what they look for. Because if you ask me, comments don't mean shit on Instagram.
No,
it's the fucking likes. Yeah. It's the number of likes.
That's all you care about. You care about
a numbers game.
We live life by the like. We live life by the comment. I can't tell, for me, and it's just my opinion on it. I think too many girls, now I'm going to keep it girls. I think women is a little bit different. But girls in particular, they'll be on social media, they'll be on Instagram, and they'll post their picture, whatever, right? And then you get all these comments from all their friends. Oh, they're so beautiful, this, that, right? That shit is fake. It don't exist. It's just not real. Those comments mean nothing to you. But you take that false acceptance and you use it to boost your self-esteem to a point where if you post that shit and then you don't get those comments or you don't get over 300 or 400 likes, you're like, I have to take it down. You get depressed. Why are you living your life by other people's opinions of you and then a fucking heart next to your picture. This shit means nothing to you in the big scheme.
Yeah.
So I agree with you 100% on that, but let me be devil's advocate if you don't mind, Dante. So
I like questions, Matt.
as someone that say because I have my other podcast, 16 Whiskey. So my job is promoting the show on social media. My job is to make sure the show reaches as many people as possible.
Right.
Things like retweets, likes, comments, things of that nature mean everything to me because that is my job for my other show.
But see, the difference is on that.
It would be our job for our show to do that.
Right. Now, likes and comments for something like that is different because you need those likes in order to progress in your profession and what you're doing with the production of the show, right? It's a little bit different when you're doing it just to boost your ego or your self-esteem. I'm feeling down today. I'll post a picture of my bikini and I'm getting all these likes because that makes me feel better about myself.
Hold on now. That's first of all, that's a perception. That is your perception of what's going in. That doesn't make it the reality. Although they say perception is reality, that doesn't make it reality. The thing is, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all these social media avenues, it's a numbers game. In order for you to get recognized, and in order to get that, you have to first, give retweets, all these shares, DMs, all those different things, right? So some women, not all women, we're just going to say women, just a blanket term, use whatever asset it is that they have, to get recognition. For some women, it is showing off their bodies. For some women, it's their beauty, their face. Others, it may be little talents they have, cooking, whatever the fuck that is. Everyone uses. Our talent it is that we talk a lot. I talk a lot. I'm not the world's greatest looking dude. I'm all right, but I talk a whole lot. So this is what I'll use to get my recognition. I'm not knocking them. I don't knock them, right? I'm just saying some men are going to just be disgusting, pig-headed assholes, and they're going to give out just a negative recognition. That's what it is.
It's just weird to me, like you post a picture and then your friends are like, "Oh, you're so beautiful. You're cute." And I'm like, she's kind of ugly if you really think about it, Like, stop telling your friends they're good looking when they're ugly. Be like, "Oh, you look nice today."
That's the shit I don't do.
You look
just
nice today.
Oh, the thing that I hate the most. I can't stand, bro. I cannot stand when people post their newborn babies. Let's be real. Half of these newborn babies are ugly as fuck.
Ugly.
Right?
Ugly.
Oh, he's so cute.
They don't get cute until like maybe a couple months in.
Yeah. And they're posting it out like, oh, he's so cute. And I'm like, listen, no, he's not. No, she's not. Your baby looks like my ball sack. Wrinkly. Fuck, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, bro.
Facts,
Stop
bro.
it. I am not. This is why whenever people post newborn baby, unless it's actually cute, I don't say anything because I'm horrible at lying. Like, so you put that baby out there, I'm going to be like, yo, don't ask me because you might not like my answer.
I'm not going to give you so cute. Like, no, your baby ugly.
Do you know what's more annoying than just, say, the newborn baby posts? The constant kid posts. As if we give a fuck about every single aspect of your child's life.
Like, and
you put it online. Now, there's a danger to that, too, if you keep that in mind. Because there's a lot of weird motherfuckers.
Stop putting your kids online.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird predator motherfuckers who are out there doing weird shit. They need to be
I'm taking my daughter to the park.
People say shit like, "Oh, protect our kids" and shit like that. Meanwhile, they're posting their kid all over the place, giving these fucking freaks a reason to beat off.
So it's weird, man, because on one, it's facts. It's on one end, you want to do everything you possibly can to protect your kids, right? On the other end, you want to share because they bring so much joy to your life, right? So you want to share them. I do, however, agree with you. I can see birthdays because birthdays happen once a year. But
birthdays are acceptable.
You got birthdays. Little
like
Timmy
that.
lost his tooth. Little Timmy swung the bat. Little Timmy fucking
soccer
said
game.
Yeah, like he said shit.
Game.
Like, bro, no, stop it. I post pictures of my kid every once in a while. Just
I forgot you had a kid.
Yeah.
I forgot about that shit. I forgot you had
When
a
the
kid.
fuck did you have a kid?
You didn't know that?
My kid's been alive for 6 years. What are you talking about?
I didn't fucking know that.
Yeah, I got a kid, man.
Or at least I forgot. Maybe.
I got a little light-skinned baby. Just fucking these Katies and Beckys out here in these streets.
Oh, my Lord.
I got a little Dante out here.
Yeah, you got a little Dante because Dante the light skin.
Little Dave Money.
They be hating, man. They be hating on the light-skinned leaders out here.
Oh, man, I be down here wilding. Your boy used to be wilding. Oh, my God. All the shit and debauchery I used to do, especially when I lived in Europe. God damn.
Oh, we're gonna get plenty into that.
I had to stop fucking around with the white bitches, man.
Hey, listen. There's nothing. You know what? I don't like that about the black community. I can't stand that, bro. As a member of the black community myself, granted, I'm Afro Latino. You know what I mean? Panamanian, big up. I'm still black, like you said, right? I don't understand all the judgment and the like. When I moved from Panama over here in high school, I used to get shit from the black girls all the time. Panama, you keep fucking with them white girls, you're going to get frostbite. No, snow bunnies, that's what they call them. Fucking with them snow bunnies, I'm going to get frostbite. Why? Who cares?
I'm going to be real honest with you, and I'm going to say it the best way I know possible.
Yeah.
And this is the realization I came to, okay?
Okay.
Have I been with a couple white women? Of course. You know, I'm a connoisseur, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, I can have sex with a white girl.
Okay.
I could. But to be in a full-fledged relationship with them, I don't see anything wrong with it. But just for me, there's just something about being with somebody who looks like you. That means nothing to me. That really means nothing to me. It's a culture aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you guys are connected, you understand each other's euphemisms more. You understand each other's emotions a little bit better, because culturally we act so much different.
I still call bullshit.
And
I still call bullshit.
I'll give you the real shit. With a lot of other black people, they just hate the fact, especially black women, they hate to see black men with white women. But they're like, oh, because she's white. But have you taken a sec to look yourself in the mirror and see the people that you love to look up to, the musicians, the actors, and all these kind of people that you like to look up to? Have you seen how recently black women have been portrayed out in public, the people that you're looking up to? So a lot of black men are looking at women like Meg Thee Stallion and like a Doja Cat and the City Girls and shit like that. And you're like,
yeah,
y'all listen to that type of music. I don't want to fuck around with somebody like that. That's not a wife to me.
Except
that's someone
Doja
I can
Cat.
fuck around with.
Doja Cat can get the shit.
No, she racist as
you
hell.
keep
Fuck
talking,
her.
I might call Dr.
Doja
Umar
Cat get
on
this
you.
work.
Goddamn.
I don't care.
You know?
But listen, I'm gonna call bullshit. You know why I call bullshit? Let me give you a prime example.
Okay.
When I was younger, I'm gonna call her Z for the sake of not putting her whole name out there, right? Z was raised in Warren. You know Warren.
White.
Yeah.
White.
Yes.
An Indian.
Warren, New
Very
Jersey.
white.
Yeah,
Yes.
Warren, New Jersey,
I've
right?
been around. I've been
So
around.
check this out.
I drive around Warren high as fuck to look at the houses late at night. It's that nice.
She would be the
Better than
stereotypical
Cold Snake?
what we call, black girl that acts like she's white. What you have to understand, a lot of the way people act and everything sometimes is a cultural thing, but sometimes it just happens to be where you're from. I know a girl that I met when I was stationed down in North Carolina. She grew up around black folk. White as hell, bro. She Greek. White as hell. If you just listen to her, you would hear her. You would think she was like a quote unquote sister. The way she talked, she sounded like she grew up around black folk. Ebonics, all these things that we say, how we carry ourselves, what we say. So you know what? My thing with the cultural and understanding. So the truth of the matter is, the only thing that black women have to understand me is the color of my skin. That's the only thing we relate on, right? She doesn't expect. If she's African American and I'm Panamanian, how do we understand each other? She didn't grow up the way I did. She probably doesn't eat a lot of the things that I eat. Probably doesn't think the way I think. So this was always my beef. I never fully understood black women. To this day, I still don't. In Panama, I understand the black women over there. You know what I'm saying? I dated black women when I was in Panama. I'm not saying that I wouldn't date black women. I've tried on numerous occasions. Not for me. But I date what I like. I don't care. I don't just date white girls. I date Latin women. I dated an Indian girl in college. Fire. Chick.
So can I ask you this?
That was spicy.
Because I brought up a point. Like, there are quote-unquote activists, like a guy named Dr. Umar, who's more of a
that nigga
meme.
makes me
He's
wanna
more of a
throw up.
meme than anything. But, like, there are people like him
I
that
beg your damn
actively-
pardon?
that actively would turn against you because
Yeah.
of everything
Listen.
you literally just said.
You know what? And honestly, I'm going to
Hey,
tell
yo,
you right
R.I.P.
now.
Kevin Samuels for real. I miss
Yeah,
that nigga.
the GOAT.
I miss that nigga.
Let me tell you something. Honestly, and this is no offense to anyone, I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about. Ultimately, you know who has to be happy with self? Me.
Yeah,
I
I
got to
agree.
be happy with me. You know what I'm saying? I got to be able to look myself in the mirror. Now, I advocate for my people. I advocate for the black community. Although there's a lot of that shit that I haven't gone through myself, I stand up for it because it would take a blind person not to see what the fuck is going on with everything that's happening. However, you're mad because I may be dating this white woman. You could kiss my whole ass. I'm sorry. It's just how I feel about it because you know what? People can't keep moving and making decisions based upon how the masses, people, especially people that don't even know you,
Big facts.
making judgments about your life. They know nothing about you, where you come from, what your day-to-day life is like. So
I remember my first week of school, freshman year, right? And I was hanging out with some of the black kids, but a lot of the kids that went to my school that were of color, they came from different countries. So one of the girls was from Africa, and a couple of them were from the islands, right? And I was walking down the street with him and shit. He's talking, catching up.
Mm.
And I remember, I'm not going to say her name, but she was like, Dante, I don't understand why you hang out with those white people all the time.
Oh, she was like African black?
Yeah, she was African. She was African.
Oh,
She's
shit.
African. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you're always hanging out with white kids. Like, you need to hang out with the black kids. Like, I don't understand that. Like, you're going to walk around and not wear lotion like them, too, and wear shorts in the wintertime like them, too. And in the back of my head, I'm like, bitch, I do that now, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's nothing new. I'll be walking outside.
So, now that you bring up African, right? When I lived in Germany, bro, just from my perspective and my perception of what it was, black African men do not like African American men. They do not.
Africans hate us.
We're not. We
Really
are not.
hate
Yeah,
us.
we're not like.
Oh, they don't like
in
us
some
at all.
cases, we're not like. We're
Why
not
is
black
that?
to them. It's almost like they forgot that we come from.
We were
Africa.
them once.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, we were brought against our will over to this fucking country and spread out all over the Americas. And it's like, what do you think we lost our African because I can't identify exactly where my heritage comes from? That's wild to me.
Like when Africans come over here, they, especially the first generation, they real African. They very African. And
You want some goosey soup?
I'll give you an explanation of it. I was dating an African girl not too long ago, and the cultural differences between her and her mother was so different. Her mom just hated the fact that some of the things she did, some of the clothes that she wore, the people she hung around, because she's from Africa. She's from the mother. God damn. Oh my. What the? No! Mike!
Wild.
Fuck you, Mike. I'm totally cutting this out.
No, don't cut it out. It's great.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Can we just explain to them what just happened?
So for those who don't know, I'm just swiping through Tinder, right? And I come across a profile of this beautiful woman. The problem is, if you want to understand Date Money's reaction, it's a transsexual woman. At first glance, you would not have known that that's a woman. That's crazy. That's wild, isn't it?
Damn it. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to get canceled. But what the fuck?
It's wild. No. It's wild. It's wild that, I mean, damn, you would have never known. If she didn't put it out there, you would have never known. You okay?
That's a trap.
You feel a little bothered? I'm sorry.
Mike.
I'm not sorry.
Mike, what did you do?
He's so distraught right now. You're excuse me.
We were
somebody
having
called 911. We got a black man in duress.
It's not like
We were having such a good cultural conversation, and you had to just
we gotta mix it up.
I wish we had a fucking camera in here. God.
One day.
Okay. Let me
Oh man.
Collect your thoughts.
Yeah, collect
Back to
yourself.
your story.
take us come out because like what the fuck, man.
That's wild.
Yeah, I'm just yeah.
That's
yeah. All right.
wild.
Anyways. So back to what I was saying before. Listen,
That's wild.
Africans don't like us because yes, we're still black. Yes, technically we're descendants of them as well, but culturally
Not
we're
the same.
way too different.
It's not that far off.
It's not as far off as you would think, but I think a lot of them when they come over here, I think some of them envy us, and I think some of them just don't like us because we live such a completely different lifestyle. We don't live that traditional lifestyle that I think a lot of people in Africa, they live a very traditionally African lifestyle. They love their country. They have a lot of pride in their country, as they should. Us over here, we're a little different. We're a little rebellious. We're very outspoken.
I wouldn't say that though. I say that as far as like, especially a strictly traditional African American family, I think they're very in touch with their roots and very in touch with their community and the quote unquote black culture.
But see, that's black culture, not African culture.
Yeah.
And we call ourselves African Americans, but you know, we don't. African side isn't.
That's not true, because a lot of what we eat and how we dress and the way we feel about certain things stems from that main thought being that thought process being passed down generation to generation. Like a lot of what we eat is straight from Africa. A lot of what we do. Other things we had to adapt due to, slavery and things like that, like eating chitlins and shit like that. That's a direct result of slavery. You know what I'm saying? But that still doesn't. The music that we listen to stems from Africa. The beats that we listen to stems from Africa.
Any beat to all my white people out here.
Say it.
Any beat you've ever heard. Any bass you've ever heard stemmed from the African drum. And if you try to tell me any different, you just don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And if I hear that, well, how do you know that? How do you know half the shit? Half the shit you don't know, you didn't learn in school in the first place. Mm-hmm. So don't give me that bullshit. Yeah. Okay?
I'll say this because I am the lone white person in the room. Is that for me, like, I've always thought of it as like, I can get along with anybody, man. Like, as long as you're just a good person, I'll get along with you. Like, I've been friends with black people. I've been friends with Puerto Ricans. I've been friends with other forms of Hispanics. Like, it's not that hard. I mean, like, for me, like, and it's, what's cool? Because, like, when they would tell me, like, other shit, like, they would do, like, I'd be interested, man. Like, I'm a big history guy. So, like, when they would tell me some of the stuff that they would do, I'd just be listening, man.
Yeah.
I would ask questions when need to, and I would try and be as, I wouldn't say politically correct, but, like, not so insensitive, I think would be the
See, we as black people, we love to spread the game. We love to spread the culture.
Yeah, so
we just hate is that when people take our culture and take it for their own.
It's funny.
That pisses us off.
It's funny we're talking about this because I just watched a video yesterday. Well, actually, last night. It was a black guy, and he was befriending members of the KKK. I think his name was Daryl Davis.
I've seen this.
He's out here like talking to people that literally fucking hate him, and then he says he's directly responsible for at least somewhere between 40 and 60 members of the Klan leaving because they actually got to know him. And one of the big things in this video I watched that was very much emphasized because it was repeated multiple times is how could you hate me when you don't even know me?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, unbeknownst to me, like without even having to watch that video, that's kind of how I live my life and how I make friends with people. Because let's be honest, and I will say this because you guys are my friends. Like if I was like that, you and I wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Yeah.
But that's because
who told you we were friends?
I'm not a fucking...
Who told you that shit?
That's fucked up.
Who told you that?
We're friends.
I never fucking said that.
See, this is why
that's not very nice.
This is why you don't fuck with light skinned niggas, man.
Yeah, right.
That's why we don't fuck with light skins. You can see how you getting all emotional. Who said we were friends? It's fucked up. That's fucked up.
You're colorist. See, this the
I'm a colorist now.
This is the problem. This is the problem. It's the problem of the black community. It's the problem of the black community. Dark skins hate us.
I don't hate
we
y'all.
get more bitches.
Bullshit.
That's what they got because we get more bitches. Okay?
No, at no point in your life have you had more bitches than me. I promise.
No. I'm just not as much of a whore as you.
Do you understand what you're saying
right now? Yeah, tell him. Call him out. Call him out. Call him out.
You are a fucking whore.
Call him out. He recently retired. Fuck out of here.
You just retired.
Your jersey not even hanging up in the rafters yet because they're not sure if you're in the Hall of Fame, nigga.
Nah, I'm retired, nigga.
Yeah. Retired. He say that now because he in love.
That was a long time
this
ago.
Motherfucker's been out the game forever, and he was still looking.
Hey, listen.
Can I put that out there or no?
It's okay. It's okay. I would say one's always looking. Until you're married, I think one is always looking.
You make a good point.
I think so. Until you're actually, I think it has a lot to do with generations. Like, let me give you an example, right?
Hey, I support those marriages.
Let me tell you something. So, I was staying with my family in Panama, right? And my cousin's husband is by far the best man I've ever met in my life. He truly, truly is. So I asked about the whole, how did they come to be, right? So they were going to church because they're churchgoers, right? Good for them. They pray for me all the time, try to save my soul.
It ain't happening.
It ain't happening.
You too long gone.
Yeah. I'm going to hell probably.
I'll see you there, Mike.
So
I can't wait
he
to go
used
to
to, why would you want to go to hell? What the fuck?
It's hot.
Because it's hot. That's why you want to go to
I
hell?
like nice weather. I want to wear shorts for the rest of my life.
For all of eternity? But you're going to burn. That's okay? You're okay with that? You're going
No. I'm gonna get cool with my nigga Satan and be like, hey, listen, my man, me and you, we can sit up here, we could be cooling, we watch all niggas burn like the bad people.
No,
I
thank
just made
you.
a few jokes, man.
No, thank you. I don't want to burn for the rest of eternity. But anyway, he one time, he said this is how it happened. He saw her in church, right? And after church, mind you, he drove to church because he had a car. And she took the bus. He left his car at church and got on the bus. And he did this a few times until he finally got her attention. Okay? Now, that's low-key. You can look at it two ways. It's
kind of gangster.
You can say that's brilliant, or you can say low-key that's, stalkerish. I'm going to go with brilliant. Right?
I'm going to agree with the brilliant part. Because how does she know that maybe wasn't like a rental car?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, they did this for a while, and she was seeing someone, so she let it be known that she was seeing someone. And then when they broke up, he kind of celebrated it to himself because she told him. And then she was like, you know what? He's a great man. He's a gentleman. And, she gave him a shot. And here we are 40 years later. They're still married. Have 2 daughters, my cousins. I love them dearly. And I would strive, even to this day, like they let me ride in the because I'm a big dude. So they let me ride in the front. No matter where he's at, what he's doing, he will always open her door to the car so she can get in. He's the best dude ever. Best man. We don't do that shit. I don't do that. I'm not going to sit here and lie.
I try to.
I'm going to start doing it.
I'm not doing that bullshit. You're an independent woman. Open up your own goddamn door.
There you go. There's nothing wrong with some chivalry and being gentleman.
I'm not toxic.
You
I'm
are.
not toxic.
You are.
I'm just keeping it real. You know what? Because enough niggas ain't keeping it real like Date Money's keeping it real. All right? Can I keep it real? No. On some real shit. If I open the door for you, all that chivalry shit, honestly, that stuff doesn't mean anything in the big scheme. If I mean, it does. I know girls that literally will not go out with a dude. He's like, well, he needs to. And this is more than just the chivalry stuff, but he needs to open my doors.
Yeah.
He needs to make sure that I'm like he needs to buy me things.
Does he need to have a 6-figure job and be over 6 feet tall?
He needs to have
this.
this.
That's
he needs to have that.
bullshit.
And I'm just being honest.
Then
I'm just being real. If you're in a relationship, or if you want to be in a relationship, and those are your standards, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but don't get upset when somebody that's good actually comes to you, that actually cares about you, that can care for you emotionally over everything. Because especially nowadays, too many people care about sex too much. Too many people care about money. Yes, money means something in a relationship. Yes, sex means something in a relationship.
It sure does.
If you don't have somebody that you could go home to and that's going to care for you emotionally, that you know is going to have your back 100%, then all that other bullshit doesn't mean anything. Because, like we say, a lot of girls think that all we care about is ass and tits. It's true. All I care about is ass and tits. But I care about personality also. And you could be the finest woman I've ever seen. But when you open your mouth and you start saying some bullshit,
say it with your chest.
you're going to go from a 12 all the way down to a 2 real quick. Because
agree.
you could be Zendaya fine. But if you Zendaya fine with the nastiest, bitchiest attitude, I don't want to be dealing with you.
I don't think I've ever had more respect for you than I have in this moment.
And that's straight up. I think that comes with after so many times of dealing with women, you start to feel that way. Like, fuck that shit.
And you know what? And it's also because he's tied down now, so he's starting to realize that.
It's not even that. I've always felt that way. There's too many. I remember this. This is actually a couple days ago. One of my boys hit me up. My son. I love my kids. I love all my kids. He hit me up and he was like, yo, Date, man. This girl, bro, she's so bad, bro. He sent me a picture of her Instagram. He was like, what you think? And I'm like, she's cool. I mean, my man's is 17. I can't make a comment on that. It's a little weird. So
just say it was 17.
Like, she cool. She cool. He's like, yeah, man, she's so bad, bro. But like, I don't know how to talk to her, bro. Like, I'm trying to talk to all these bad girls in college and all. I'm like, hey, man, listen, I'm gonna spit a little game to you. And I didn't realize this until right after I got out of high school. It really doesn't matter how good looking a girl looks, because you give it 20, 30 years, eventually looks are deceiving.
Yeah.
Looks are deceiving. Looks fade away. You ain't gonna look young and skin tight for the rest of your life.
Yep.
I mean, at some point, you're gonna wanna have a long day of work, long day of school, and have someone to talk to and open up to at the end of the day. You know, you're going to want to have someone that supports you in all your endeavors, their highs and lows, all that kind of stuff. You want someone you can grow with. There was a lot of bad bitches when I was in high school, a whole bunch of them. I dated some cute girls too. But now that I look back on it, they were cool for the 5-6 months I was with them for. And, of course, after you're like, oh, I wish I had my girlfriend back. No, you really don't, because at the end of the day, that was lust.
Yeah.
That was lust.
Middle school and high school relationships only mean so much, and then once you get to college, you realize that none of that shit fucking matters.
That's where it's tested.
Yeah, I mean,
because especially if y'all go to different schools, dude. My little brother is younger than me. He's going to be a junior in college now. When he left high school, like there were a couple people that were still together that were probably either going to go to the same school or different schools. Yeah. Over that summer, I think half of them must have dropped.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter.
I do know. I actually know a few people, which is crazy. I know a few people that were dating in high school and are still dating. So it is possible. I think you get it. You get out of relationships what you put in. Even if it doesn't turn out the way you wanted to, there's still always a lesson to be learned from every single relationship.
Be growing together.
I mean, if you're not all about the personal growth, then what are you doing? That's how I feel about it. Regardless of how many women I slept with and where they're from, there is always something I've learned from it. You always experience some form of growth. It's just inevitable. It happens, so whatever. What are we doing? We're looking at the clock. What are we trying to wrap up? What's the word, man?
Well, I was going to say, I think that on that note, it's a good point. It's a good point to wrap up.
Okay.
I will say this much though, because
shout out to my old hoes.
No shout out to my old.
I'll say this much though, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out the first episode of the Bromigos podcast. Now, let me say this much, gentlemen. There's been a lot of podcasts with this name. And I don't think any of them have lasted more than 10 episodes.
Well, fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. We take the name. We're going to out-fucking-do all of y'all.
We're doing it.
We are going to make this something, and we are going to have a good fucking time.
Word. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Even if it's 3 of you, I don't care. It's 1. Thank you for listening. We enjoy you.
Just wait till we get the camera out here, nigga. It's going to be crazy.
Gang, gang.
You'll get to actually understand what Dante was flipping out about.
Word. Word.
Y'all be good now. Take care.
Peace.
You've been listening to the Bromigos podcast.
Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow. I beat her! That's okay! She'll be back. Another